Get in the pits of metal chaos with Tanya as she interviews the best of metal from around the world to the gates of hell and back. Now kneel down and show respect for the true creator of metal chaos, Slayer Tanya. Beg for mercy and let the chaos begin.
Hey everybody, we're live in the pits of Metal Chaos. This is Dave, and I got Elizabeth from Frantic Amber, lead vocalist. Hey Elizabeth, what's going on?
Hello Dave, how are you?
Pretty good. So, this band started in what year, Elizabeth?
Well, it started as a project from the guitarist, the founding member, Maria, in 2008. And she tried a lot of different stuff, like trying genres and people and different lineups and trying to just figure out what she wanted to do. She wanted to play metal with other females, so that was kind of like the whole thing about it. And eventually in 2010, I found her, and she was all into the death metal, melodic death metal now. So it's been going through all these stages trying to find out what she wanted to do. And then 2010, it was like solid lineup, and we were like, okay, let's go. So it turned out to become melodic death metal and with growling vocals, a little bit of clean singing, and yeah, so just rushed to the stage as fast as we could. So that's like the background of it.
So you started singing with the band in what year now, you said?
2010.
2010. How's it been going since then? Going good?
Yeah, really great. We've been playing as much as possible and having a blast. Just, traveling around the world, and it's been great. It's really fun.
So you as a vocalist, how many years you been singing now?
Growling vocals since 2010. Normal vocals, like clean singing and stuff, my whole life. So I've always been singing, and I did a lot of music school stuff and big bands, orchestra and choirs. I've been in everything. So yeah. But then in 2010, I got into metal when I was like 15, and I really it just got harder and harder through the genres. And then I was like, trying to sing along to like Opus, Ghost of Perdition. And I produced this sound, and I was like, oh, wow, this is cool. I taped it, and I was like, yeah, I can growl. So I started looking for bands a while later, and I found Maria. And then in the beginning, I was like singing clean, but with a little bit of a growl. And she told me, it's like, so can you do everything in growl? Like kind of switch the positions of the clean singing and the growling? I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go home and practice. So I went home and practiced, and when I came back the next time, I growled the whole song. It's like, yep, that's the one. So yeah, that's how I got really into growling, and that is my main vocal style, I would say now. Actually, I really, really enjoy it.
Now, do you do anything outside of this band? Like singing wise?
Musically, or?
Yeah, singing wise.
Yeah, I do. I do my own singing and songwriting, where I play acoustic guitar and sing, and I also play bass. And yeah, I just love music and play some piano. Used to play the saxophone a lot too. So, like, I have a lot of interest. I love music, so yeah, I do as much as possible.
So outside of the band, when you do singing, you do clean vocals?
No, not always. I also like, when I do covers and stuff for practice and because it's fun, and I love other bands and stuff. So, and that's both clean and growl, and I love black metal, so it's also a lot of that. Yeah, so it's both.
So when you first started singing growing up, did you take any vocal lessons, or you just self-taught?
Well, I'm basically self-taught. I sang when I was little. I was always running around singing, like at home and like wherever. And my parents thought it was so cute. Like I could be just like riding my bike and just like singing. Kids, they don't really like pay attention to their surroundings. So I would just sing, and so that's always been with me. It's like children singing, like these local. I don't even know, like songs. I don't even know what they're called in English, but yeah. So, and since then it was more like mainstream stuff, like pop and some jazz and a little rock and stuff like that. Like in school, and I was in a cover band and like just for fun and in music school. I took some lessons, like also in music school growing up. But the growling thing, I'm self-taught. I was just trial and error. Watching every video I could find on YouTube, and like, okay, and what works for me, and just researching singing techniques, like in general, from all these huge coaches around the world. There are a lot of them now that have like really good tips on how to use the support system and the airflow and everything. And then there's a sound, so it's like a whole mechanism of things that have to go together for you to be able to do it for a long time, So yeah, just researching and trying and failing and then trying again. I was like, yeah, this is it. And then you get to know yourself and your instrument. It's just like any other instrument, I guess. Practice, and all of a sudden you can do it really good.
Now, is there any musical background in your family at all? Your mother, father, anything?
Not really. Like, my mom, she used to play some guitar, like, around the fire, kind of, and she plays piano. My grandma plays piano, and my other grandma also plays piano, so it's like more the classical. I also played a lot of classical piano and classical music, stuff like that. So, yeah, but no like, musicians that I can think of that has, like, done anything more than play, like, for fun or something like that.
Now, do you have any brothers or sisters?
Yeah, I have a big brother, 2 years older than me.
Is he involved in music at all?
No, but he enjoys music. He's in a totally other scene. He's in the like underground house scene, I would say. So like electronic music. It's pretty cool. It's also like more underground subgenre, of the mainstream stuff. So it's also pretty cool. Just like metal is also filled with subgenres and it's not mainstream. So yeah, it's another kind of world, and it's cool. And he also likes Frantic Amber. My family really likes Frantic Amber. My dad really likes the music even. He liked old school rock and stuff like that growing up. So, but my mom is not really into any kind of heavier music. It's more classical and like nice stuff. But she comes when we play like around where I'm from. They come and watch me and with their earplugs and everything. So it's really nice. They're really supportive.
So that's very good.
Yeah, they didn't get it at first, but this whole metal and, alternative style and clothing and people and all that, but eventually they got it. It's like, oh, it's about music. Okay, we got it. Now it makes sense. So, yeah.
Now, has Frantic Amber ever been out into the United States yet?
Oh, not yet. And we really want to go. Like, it's really hard to get, like, a deal that is good enough for us to make the trip because it's so far and so expensive. So we're still waiting for something that can make it possible, So we would love to come, and we will as soon as possible. And people are like, when are you coming to the US? It's like, we don't know, but we will eventually, and we hope it's soon.
So what big festivals you guys play on Europe?
Oh, okay, now I have to remember here. We won the Wacken Metal Battle in Sweden, so we went to Wacken and played, which was epic. And we played Sweden Rock Festival like 3 times. Played Rockstad Falun. We were on TV in P3 Gold, the awards. Pretty cool. And we've been around like Kaltenbach in Austria. That was really nice, in the mountains, like in the Alps. And just like everywhere. Trying to remember everything in one go. But yeah, so we've been around. And we hope to come also even further. Like this year we played a really nice festival called Metal Fest Open Air. It's in Pilsen in Czech Republic. And it was fantastic. It was so much fun. Like the weather was really good and the people were just awesome. The food and the beer, everything is just awesome. That was a really, really nice venture.
So when you were growing up, what was the first concert you ever went to?
Good question, because I wasn't allowed to go to concerts for a long time. So I can't really recall which was like the first real concert, you know, because like I've been going to concert like as in the music school concerts my whole life, but yeah, I'm not really sure. It was probably a cover band somewhere in Germany. Yeah, no, I'll have to like look at photos and go on a soul trip to remember that. I'm sorry.
You remember the first metal concert you went to?
Actually, yeah, I think. Okay, the first thing that comes to mind is, anyways, it was not an original concert, but like I'm from a really small town called Björkål. It's like 20,000 people that live there. So the metal scene is like non-existent. There are like 3 rockers or something living there. But then, like a friend of mine, her big brother, he had a band, which did like some original, but then also he would play covers, like Rage Against the Machine covers with this band that would come through. And that I remember that was really great, like in the local little concert hall, and just going crazy. I was like, I don't know, 16.
So what singers what singers inspire you that are these days?
Sorry, one more time.
What singers out there inspire you these days?
What fingers?
Yeah, what vocalists inspire you?
Oh, singers. Sorry. Well, I really, really like Sarah Gore from Karak Angren. We played with them in Stockholm a week ago, and that was just that was amazing. I got to meet the guys, and they're really nice. Got a bit starstruck, like, oh my god, this is so awesome. But yeah, so I really enjoy like more black metal style, I guess. Also, I like Chris Barnes, the really deep growl. It's very nice. Let me think. Also, I really, really love Behemoth and what Nergal is doing, or Nargal. I don't know how you say that in English, actually. But yeah, like his style is also really cool with the blending of like desperate yelling and growl and just like, yeah, everything in there. And I really love also Gojira. Also that style. I don't know. I love a lot of different styles. It's pretty cool. Also, Myrkur is also very nice. Like, she goes from this, like, very nice singing, clean, like, you want to stand in a back cave and just sing, like, in a mausoleum or something. And then she does some screaming as well. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that.
So what are your top favorite bands right now? Top 5 favorite. Top 5.
Top 5, okay. It's Behemoth and Karak Angren. I just discovered a band called Lost Society, which is thrash metal from Finland. I was just at Copenhagen, the festival in Copenhagen, which is an amazing place to be, by the way. It's very nice. But they stepped on stage and they just blew me away. So they're a new favorite. The energy was just insane. Otherwise, I was really enjoying Flesh God Apocalypse. I saw them together with Karakangren in Barcelona, where I live now. So that was just amazing. I saw them before also. They're just out of this world. Really cool. How many were that?
I think 4. Huh?
4, okay. What have I been listening to lately? I listen to so much music, so it's hard to choose, I would say. Something I'm excited to go to actually pretty soon, on Friday, is Decapitated. They're really cool also. I like them. They're coming to play at a festival here in Barcelona. Yeah. So let's say that's the 5th right now.
What do you think about the band Rotting Christ?
It's good. I haven't listened that much. How do you say? I've listened some and the pop up here and there, but it's not like I've studied them. Listen. So no, but they're pretty cool.
How about Vader from Poland?
Yeah, Vader's cool. I saw them live also, twice, I think. Very cool, very skilled. Live also very good, so yeah, it's cool.
Now, Frantic Amber, your band members come from a lot of different countries, right? Yeah.
It's I'm from Denmark. Maria's from Sweden. Marcus is from Colombia, adopted to Sweden. And Mio is from Japan. They moved also to Sweden when she was 4 or something. And Madde is also Swedish. And now we have Milla on session guitar, because Maria's away on parental leave until further notice. So now we have Milla. She's really cool, and she's from Gotland. It's also in Sweden, but it's this island apart from Sweden, where it's very beautiful nature, and it's much smaller and stuff like that. So you have to take the boat over to the mainland. It's really cool. So yeah, we're a bit very different people, and then when we meet, it's just put that all in a pot and stir it around, and you get Frantic Amber.
Now, you currently, you don't live in Sweden, right?
Everybody except me. I live in Barcelona right now. So, and I travel a lot, I'm here, there, and everywhere. Working for a Danish company, so I also go to Denmark every 2 months, and I go to Sweden, to Stockholm to meet up with others and practice and stuff. So, yeah. And then when we go play somewhere, we just meet wherever we're going, depending on where it is. So, yeah. Oh, but it's great. I love it.
So what?
And the rest, of course, live in Stockholm, I should say. Yeah. Except Mila, of course, that lives still on Gotland, but she takes the boat up also sometimes and practices. But, the rest, of the rhythm section, they live in Stockholm.
So what's it like having a male drummer and a female band?
We get that question every time. It's fine. It's great. It's awesome. He's like my brother. in Frantic Amber, we've really become a family. It's so fun, and when we're on tour, we're having so much fun. And it's even though you get no sleep, or you're stretched out to the minimum and sick, whatever, everything can happen on tour. But it's just we're still having fun, and we're still how do you say, supporting each other, and yeah, you can do this, So it's really cool, to have this relationship, because we're really a family that takes care of each other and also has a lot of fun, teases each other. We have weird humor, and it's really fun. And that Marcus is a man. It doesn't really matter. It's just fun. He's a great person, and that's what matters. And he's a very talented musician. So it was a no-brainer, or didn't matter, when we're looking for drummers. Yeah, let's ask Marcus, and he's hell yeah, and we went. That was that.
Yeah, I was watching the interview with you and Marcus at a festival. I forgot what festival, but he was.
Yeah, Kaltenbach.
he was saying, yeah, you guys are just like hanging out with the boys. You drink beer.
Yeah, like we drink beer too. We also drink wine and whatever. It's kind of funny. But he did say that we smell better, so that's nice.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah.
So what was the last show? What was the last show you guys played?
The last show was Stockholm with Frantic Amber and Netherbird, The Sixth Awakening, and a lot of artists were there. Yeah, I think, and Grimm was also playing. That was such a magical evening. It was like this like fundraiser. It's like a RTSI. It's in, if you translate it, it's the right to your identity. It's in Swedish, and it's like this cultural community that supports and fundraises and do events for nourishment of subcultures and anti-discrimination and stuff like that. Because there are a lot of cases, like really bad cases about people getting shunned or beaten or whatever. Like a lot of negative stuff just because the way they look or the music they listen to or whatever. So they're doing this all this work for like making that better, and one of those or making these events, and this was one of the events. It was a metal event because they do a lot of different stuff, and this was the metal one. So really cool evening, just like great people and artists were there with their art, and really like dark art, like subculture art, really cool. And yeah, so it was a magical evening for me also because there was like a lot of black metal and us, different kinds of black metal, and I think Sixth Awakening is kind of also maybe Black and Death or something like that. But yeah, very cool people and very cool event. So yeah, that was just amazing. I had such a blast. So that was the last time since now on stage. That was last week.
Do you guys have any shows coming up?
Right now we have a break for summer. Like Mio and Marcus are actually going to Japan to check out her roots. Pretty cool. And then we're also writing. We're in the process of writing new stuff that we also are going to finish up and see if we can blend in our set very soon. So that's going to be very exciting. And then we have Malmö Festival in Sweden, the 12th of August. Yeah, where we play again. So until then, we're gonna like write and relax a little bit and see if we can get some new stuff to see the John. And then we're also currently booking for the coming season and stuff like that. So yeah, it's very exciting.
So you're gonna work on a full length album?
Yeah, that's the plan. We're still debating if it should be like 5 songs or like an EP kind of thing or a full length. I think we haven't discussed it like until a stopping point, so we'll see. But I guess the plan is to do a full length album because that's awesome. And yeah, I don't want to say too much about it because surprise, So yeah, it's gonna be cool and new songs in this lineup also that are writing. Like in the writing process, so yeah, it's gonna be really exciting. New influences, and yeah, I look forward to see the final outcome.
Now the last studio release was in 2014.
Yeah, for Sweden, and 2015 for the rest of the world. It was kind of like, let's release it in Sweden, and then we got some distribution on there, and then we released it again, worldwide. So, yeah, we just, now this year, because the CDs sold out and everything, so we just re-released, actually, Burning Inside again with a bonus track called Granuale, the new single that we just put out, like, this spring. So that's on there, and on the vinyl, because everybody is always like, do you have vinyl? And we decided yes, we do. So now we also have vinyl with the bonus track and new artwork and everything. So that's pretty cool. Just giving it another go around, because people aren't done with that track or that album. So that's really cool. And we signed a license agreement with Border Music GMR Group. GMR Music Group, which will be distributing and doing a partnership, but we're still independent and stuff like that. So not signed to a label, anything like that. So yeah, we just keep on going.
The song Ghost, what was that song?
Yeah.
What was that about?
Well, it's actually a lot of tracks on that. It's about sometimes in this world you don't really feel like you belong or have a purpose, and feeling very destructive and stuff like that. And it's kind of roaming that in between world thing. And so it's it's like you're a ghost in our world, but it's not literally a ghost, but like a ghost of yourself in this world. So yeah.
And for the music video for that song, who directed the music video?
We did together with Music Video Lab, I think it was called. It was this event or thing, I don't know what to call it, but it was students that were almost done with their education for film and stuff like that. So they had a music video lab where the students would do music videos for bands, and we got chosen for 2 students that did our Ghost video. It turned out really great. So it was the only metal band, I think, actually. Yeah, the only metal band that was in this project, and with the longest music video, the longest song also. So yeah, no, it turned out really great. We were in this haunted house up in Falun, northern Sweden, and when we arrived there, it was pretty creepy. The house is a really old mansion, I don't know, 3 stories, and with a wine cellar, and everything it's not taken care of, so everything is just falling apart. And we found a fucking leg of a deer lying around in the house. We actually used that in our video too. It was pretty grim. And everything was just so run down. It was a very cool venue, and there was no electricity. So we had brought gasoline, electricity generators, and just candles. So that was also an adventure. I'm not so good at horror stuff, so I was a bit jumpy. But it was really cool.
So do you believe in ghosts?
I don't know. I don't think so. But I'm not saying there are not any ghosts. Not in something I think that much about, actually.
How about we take a break and play the song Ghost for everybody out there?
All right, good idea. Enjoy.
Okay, we're back on the air with Elizabeth Andrews, vocalist for Frantic Amber. We just heard the song Ghost. Hey, Elizabeth.
Hi again.
So hope people listening enjoyed the song.
Yes.
So, do you know how the band name came about? Frantic Amber.
Well, yes. It was very random and not at all spectacular. Mary, she was like looking for band names, and it's like just these generators where you just like sit and press refresh, and it gives you a new word or words or whatever, and then there's some like along the way Frantic would come up, and then along the way like click click click, and it was like Amber would come up, and it's just like, oh wait a minute, Frantic Amber, oh that sounds pretty cool. So she just like took that for like the project name. And when I joined, it was called Frantic Amber, and I was like, yeah, I like the name. It sounds cool. And then, so we kept the name, because we had a debate about it. Just like, so are we going to be called Frantic Amber? Or, like she asked how everybody was feeling about it. And yeah, we were like, no, we like it. So it stuck with us. And since then, it's grown into meaning something. Like for us, it's, frantic is like the brutal and aggressive, like the hard side of things in life, and the music and everything. And then Amber is the softness, because we're females, I guess the feminine touch, some would say, but it's like the hard meets the soft, like yin and yang kind of thing for us. So yeah, it's grown into something more than just a name.
On the last album, Burning Inside, do you have a favorite song on there?
Oh. No, not like that. You can't ask a mother to which child she likes the most. No, I don't play favorites. I love all of the songs we've done. It's a piece of my soul. It's a piece of my heart and a large chunk of my life. So I can't say that I like one more than the other, because I love things in all of them, and that's why we wrote them. So no, for me it's been a journey through. Yeah, life and interpretation and storytelling and everything. So I don't have like a favorite like that. No.
What about playing live? Is there a favorite song to play live?
Again, I love all of it. It's like a set is. The songs are different, and they have different elements and different tempos and different amount of ups and downs and musical instrumental parts and so forth. So it's like, for me, being on stage, like doing the set is like telling a story. It's like being in a play almost. It's like from start to finish, I'm expressing all these different things, and then when, for example, Soar comes on, that's like a more softer, but very like flying kind of soaring kind of melody kind of thing. So I take that in and I just put it out there, and then later like Self-Destruction comes on, and it's just like taka taka taka. It's much more like fast and aggressive, and then I embody and I jump right into what this song is about and what it's about for me, and like expressing that to whoever is watching. So it's again, everything is nice. Like everything is a lot of fun, because I get to do so many different things on stage, and that's also what I really like about Frantic Amber. It's like there are so many elements to it, and so much you can put into it without straying too far, and that I really enjoy. Actually, yeah. So also, again, on stage, it's like the album is, all of them are favorites. I love all of them.
So how about the fans, though? The fans, do they get a, like, favorite song? They, get a big mosh pit going, stuff like that?
Well, yeah, sometimes. We have a song called Wrath of Judgment. It's actually a pretty old song. It's more more death metal-y. So yeah, I guess that's the more like mosh song, and also Self-Destruction, I guess, because it's quick. But yeah, mosh pit's gonna happen anywhere on any song. But no, it's great. But I guess that I can think of right now that are more like quick paced and aggressive in the presentation.
So how have the album sales been for that last album?
Sorry, one more time.
How have the album sales been for the last album?
Oh, good. We sold out and had to refill the layer. I'm gonna say the inventory stock and concerts and stuff. It's not like, we're not Metallica, but it's going fine, and metalheads like to collect still, so that's really nice, and like have it signed and stuff like that. So it's still alive and going. Yeah. So it's been pretty good.
So what's your fondest memory of being in this band so far?
Can I just pick one? Wow, there's so many. Like the best times are when we're out playing. That is my absolute favorite every time, and it doesn't matter where or when. It's just like every time I go to play, I know that okay, I'm on my way to meet like pretty much my favorite people in the world and go and play music with them and stand on stage and just have a lot of fun off stage and on stage. It's just like I don't know, sometimes it's just magic, and it doesn't really matter that much where you're playing or how many people are there. It's more about like the energy, and like we give so much, and then it's just magical when we receive it back. So yeah, of course the big ones with Wacken and Spin and Rock, and also Metal Fest and Open Air, and we've been around to a lot of things where it's just been amazing response. And when we're in Russia, it's also like crazy metalheads there. It's so much fun when they just like let go and be like, yes! So yeah, no, I don't play favorites that much.
So do you have one funny story you can share with us?
A few, I guess. There was this. It happens like on and off and stuff, but it's normally not that bad. But all of us have very long hair, and we headbang a lot, and do head spins and stuff. And then sometimes we get stuck in each other's guitar heads. But normally it's not that bad. And the bass head, it's just normally it's not that bad, and you can kind of get yourself out without like detuning anything or like making it look too bad. It's just like a funny little moment. But there was this one time where Maria, she has this huge long hair, and barely just started the set, and it was like a smaller stage, so we were standing kind of close, and she would do her head spin, and then her hair would just just wrap around the bass head like really tight, like around like multiple times, and she was just standing there trying to get loose, and like I don't know, for quite a while just like trying to detangle. And then it's like, finally free! And then she took like a step on the monitor, and it's like, whoa! Like almost fell off the stage. It was fun, but it happens on and off. And also at Wacken Festival, like a story where myself, I was like standing in front of the monitors on the edge of the stage. I love to go like all the way as close as I can to the audience, and then when I was gonna back up, there was like a monitor at my foot all of a sudden, and I tripped over it and fell backwards, but then did like a back roll flip thingy on the ground because I used to dance a lot. So there was like just rolled over my shoulder and whoop up again. So it was funny, like falling down and then like, no, I'm just kidding, I'm okay. And people were talking about that. It's like, was that planned? I'm like, no, it was an accident.
Yeah,
but it was fun.
You kind of saved yourself there, huh?
Yeah, I was like, yes, thank goodness I used to dance. So yeah, it's the modern contemporary dancing that saved my ass there.
So how important is social media to the band Frantic Amber?
Oh, it's really important. Like for everybody, like the band or whichever, you want to reach the masses, especially when you're not signed or have any PR or like people working for the band or working for you to spread it. So we do that ourselves. And of course, all the social platforms is the go-to place, and where you can reach a lot of people. So yeah, we use it a lot, and it's like where we put all the information, pretty much. Yeah. So it's really good. And all photos from our shows and videos and stuff, we can share it with people.
Right.
And keep in touch.
Now, for you personally, what's your favorite food?
Favorite food? Oh, I don't really have that many favorite stuff. I don't know. I really like healthy food. Like my mom, she makes the best food ever. They have like during the summer, they live in a house with like a huge garden, and during the summer we just live off the things from the garden, and then just the only thing they don't grow is meat. So yeah, I guess like going home to my parents and visit and eat there is my favorite.
How about favorite drink, non-alcoholic, alcoholic, either or?
Alcoholic favorite is Jägermeister and or Russian vodka, like Talka or something. Favorite non-alcoholic is water. I fucking love water. It's the essence of life. It's awesome.
Oh yeah, being a vocalist, you need to drink a lot of water.
Yeah, being a person alive, you need to drink a lot of water.
So, who's the biggest drinker in the band?
Oh, no one really. We don't drink that much. We don't need alcohol to be crazy. No, like we don't. When we're out playing, we don't drink that much. It's like maybe 1 or 2 beers, like tops before the show. Maybe 1 or 2 after the show. It depends. But normally it's just like sipping and to the food, or we share. Often we share just to like. Cause it's nice and social and it tastes good. But we're not heavy drinkers at all. Like the last day of our tour, for example, then we will go all in, of course. But normally we're not that bad. But I guess I like the most or the most drunk. That depends. We take turns sometimes, but no, yeah. So. I'm so lightweight, I can't drink that much, so I'm not going to enter any drinking games.
Now, do you write all the lyrics in the band, or is everybody writes?
No, I write the lyrics. So that's like the musically what I do, like lyrics and vocals. I really enjoy that. That's the best process for me. And Mio is the main songwriter musically, and now Marcus is also writing some stuff, and we're all pitching in, and then we iterate over that like a song 100 million times. That's also, it takes us a while to write stuff because we don't stop until we're really satisfied, all of us. We're 5 people, and it's like tweaking and just trying it again and finding the match where we were like, yes, there it is. This is the song. So we all pitch in with ideas and give each other feedback, and like for all of it, like the music, the lyrics, the vocals, everything. So, and then we just like correct and tweak until we're like, yes, this is the song. Now we can release it. So that's really good.
So where do you get your ideas for most of your lyrics from?
From personal experience, life, fiction. Like some of them are stories, some of them about a specific theme, some of them about feeling a specific way. Stuff like that. And Granuel is about, for example, that's actually a historic figure. It's about it was a female pirate that lived in the 1600s, and like pretty badass, pretty cool. And she would command this fleet of ships that she took over from her father, and like her crew would be men, and she's like female, and she would pirate around the English waters. And she also met and arranged with Queen Elizabeth to about piracy, that she was allowed. Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, you can do piracy, but you have to do it only against the English enemies. So it's like, oh, okay, sure. So like they came to an agreement. And it's like 2 badass women through history. It's just like, it's very cool. So that's about her. I wrote it in first person to like embody the whole Pirate Queen thing. So yeah, it was a lot of fun writing. It's totally different from also what I've been writing about before, like reading about like that's like a real person that actually lived. So it's also like historical, precise or whatever to call it. Has the elements from the actual story.
That's cool. So how's the band's hometown fan base in Sweden?
That's great. We have like a following that's been like some of them has been following us since we started. It's very cool. So it's like it's always nice to go home and play, and people show up. So it's cool. Yeah. Stockholm can be a little bit tough because it's filled with like for underground bands. Like Metallica never has a tough time anywhere. People would be like, yeah. No, but like for more underground bands, like Stockholm can be a little bit tough because there's so many musicians there. So kind of the main or the norm might be the cross-armed, maybe digging with the head, like going up and down. But like sometimes it just even Stockholm loses their mind, and that is really great. So when you get them there, it's just like yes. But yeah, so it's a cool place, and there's so much music. So it's a huge metal scene, and it's very cool to be a part of that.
Now, what do you think are the pros and the cons in the music business?
Like in general, or
yeah, what's good and bad, pros and cons?
Just about the music industry?
Yeah, like with metal music, whatever.
Well, I guess, like, we live in the technological age, and it's like, times are changing, and I don't know if it's good or bad, actually, because, like, you can do so much by yourself now, because, like, recording equipment is affordable, you can actually learn yourself to do a lot of these things that you needed a technician or, like, somebody else to do. And also, like, the record companies and all the things that they used to do, you can do a lot of them yourself. So I guess, I don't know if it's good or bad, because I've only lived in this age where we're an indie band, just doing everything we can to get out and play. So in one way, like, a lot of people are, like, complaining about it's not like the good old days where the record companies could just pick up musicians and be like, yeah, here, you're a band, here's some millions, and then go. So that doesn't really happen anymore, and some of them are struggling with the funds to, like, put enough into it. But yeah, so in one hand, it's, like, bad because it's hard to become the next huge act. On the other hand, it's like, but you can still, like, do a lot yourself. So, like, put your music out there, and you can spread it online, and it's like, that also means that there are so many that do it, because back in the day, maybe that there weren't so many. It was harder to, like, get it spread. You had to go on the radio, or, like, go on the road and really, like, okay, yeah, let's live in the van kind of thing. So now you can do, with technology, you can do so much more, but that also means that so many more are doing it. So there are so many bands now and so many different genres, and I think it's great. It's like there is just so much to take in, and I don't know. I'm not that into, like, the nitty-gritty business side of the music industry. I'm just a musician that loves to play music, so I can't really get more detailed than that at the moment, I think.
So what kind of advice would you give to young bands starting out these days?
Well, number one is do it. Number two is, like, get good at it. And then, I guess, like, if you have the passion for being in a band or, like, playing music, then you should just go with it and see how far you can go. It's not a competition either. It's not like, oh, we have to be the biggest band ever, because there are a lot of, like, people that start in bands because they want to be, like, the biggest band ever. It's like, I would say, play music and go on tour, go do everything, because it's fun, because you're having a blast and you're living out something that you need. Like, that's what I'm doing. Like, Just find some people that you like doing it with, and then just see where it goes. It's a free world, and you should just enter it. There's nothing stopping you.
But if you're in a band to make money, forget it.
Well, I don't know. To make money and live off music, it takes a lot. And also, it's like, how well do you want to live off it? It's like all these things, because I think it's hard to get there. Like, to actually live off music. I think it's a hard and long road. Yeah, sure, of course, it's possible. I don't know. I don't have the greatest solid advice for that. It's just like, you have to get really good at it, and then, of course, take all the chances you get, and then also, of course, there's some luck involved, I guess, to meet the right people and stuff like that. I don't really know.
Now, Frantic Amber is managed or self-managed?
Yeah, we manage everything ourselves. We're totally independent, so, and everybody has jobs also, and like a life on the side. So we do this as much as possible. But it's like it's hard to live off it. You know, there maybe someday that would be great. I'm all for it. But also like being able to survive without living off it, and I don't know. For me, it's just something I really enjoy doing, so I do it. Like the rest, they'll figure itself out. Sorry, I kind of lost the train of thought.
So where do you see the band 5 to 10 years from now?
Well, I hope that it's one of the biggest house names for metal music, like playing all the big festivals and going on world tours and stuff. I really want to go to like Japan, I don't know, India, South America, like everywhere. I just want to go everywhere. And I really hope I can do that with Frantic Amber, and like we're just going to keep doing what we're doing and take all the chances that we can. Hopefully, we'll be up there with some of the greatest if everything goes the way I would like it to. But still, I do this because I love it. That's it.
Do it for the love of the music.
Yes. Not for the money or the fame. And if that comes with the music, that's fine. But I don't know. I think it's important to love what you do. Otherwise, there's no point in all the blood, sweat, and tears, you know.
Yep. That's why the new bands, if they start out, they should do it for the love of the music. Yeah, definitely. I think everybody should do. Or it's like everything in life. It's hard to do something your whole life that you hate, or it's gonna suck, you know. So I don't know. I think it's better to find things that you like doing or love doing, and then do them. Like, of course, we all have to make a living and stuff, but like, find something that you like doing at least. And if you can find something you love doing and actually do that, that's just great. Now, do you have hobbies outside of being in this band? Yeah. Well, I have so many interests, and there is not enough time and not enough, hours and energy in the world. But I do music a lot on the side, and I do yoga. I want to get back into my dancing. I do some modeling. I have a modeling alias called Zenith Black, also on Facebook. So I do all these other. I love being creative. I love creating things and embodying things and creating art in some sense. So that's what I use all of the energy and spare time I get to do. And then I also do some programming. Like, I'm a programmer, like that's my job. So I do some of that also for fun, my own projects. So, but mostly it's the creative things that always win. I wish I didn't have to eat or sleep. That would be great.
Now, if people want to find out where you guys play and stuff like that, what websites can they go to?
They can go to franticamber.com or just our Facebook. We're going to get a new website pretty soon. I'm actually making one, so I hope to get that up soon. Otherwise, Facebook, we post everything there. We're also on Instagram if people want to get like photos from where we are. Yeah, but we update like the website when we get new tours, dates and stuff like that.
Okay, I want to thank you for the time for the interview.
Yeah, no problem. Of course, it was a lot of fun.
You have any last words for everybody?
Thank you for listening, and thank you for those who support Frantic Amber, and I really hope to see you in the crowd really soon. Take care, and also thank you to you, Dave, for having me here. And have a great night, everybody.
Now I'm going to close the show off with Self-Destruction. What's Self-Destruction about?
Oh, the name. It's all in the name. It's, very self-destructive song. It's like, who the fuck am I? What am I doing? I'm just messing everything up, and I'm hurting you. I'm hurting me. I just want to, It's like a pretty dark song, but with a silver lining, I guess. Read the lyrics.
Okay, everybody. I hope you enjoy Self-Destruction, and thanks again to Elizabeth.
Yeah, thank you.